Hafide, and welcome back. I'm here in studio with Claire Barati and Pat Lujan from the Department of Public Health and Social Services. So tell us about this new program that aims to prevent against mosquito-borne illnesses, Pat.
Well, Claire is actually the mosquito expert at Public Health, but as far as the program with the Emergency Preparedness Program, it is a CDC-funded program to go out to all the villages and encourage everyone to shred their tires, because basically tires that are sitting around the residents are, their home, they can build and infest with mosquitoes. So we decided to allocate appropriate amount of funds based off of the last Guam census. Of course, Dededo being the highest populated village, so they would get the higher allotted amount of money. So that program's been going on for a couple of months. We are at the end of the program, so it exhausts this month, the end of June. So we're really encouraging all of the residents, if you have any spare tires that are collecting water. Claire was just mentioning that those are one of the more difficult items to relieve water from anywhere around the home. So we're doing that part to stay proactive. It's Zika funded, and luckily for Guam, we have no Zika positive for Zika just yet, but it is around the Pacific. So we have to be very proactive when it comes to this, and that's one of the efforts that we're doing over at Public Health.
So like you mentioned, it is no cases here in Guam, but there are cases in neighboring countries like the Philippines, some other places. And so this is part of the effort to prevent diseases like Zika or even other mosquito-borne illnesses from affecting our island population. So Claire, you're the expert on mosquitoes. What should people know?
People should know that mosquitoes like to breed in water. So the number one thing that they can do is what we call source reduction. And that's just a fancy way of saying eliminate mosquito breeding sites. So eliminate water around your home. And that can be taken care of by removing litter. Even a tarp that's crumpled up can retain water, and that's a great mosquito breeding site. With the Aedes mosquito, we don't have Aedes aegypti, but we do have a less competent mosquito species here on Guam, which is Aedes albopictus. They don't necessarily transfer the mosquito, but they have the potential to, the diseases, but they do have the potential to. And so we want to be vigilant in trying to eliminate these mosquito breeding sites. So pick up trash around your home. Make sure that you do a surveillance around your home to see if there's any areas that do contain water. There's a plant that's called a bromeliad. It's a beautiful decorative plant, but unfortunately it does have little bracts that retain water. So you want to look at those items and flush out the water. You can use what we call BTI, which is a biological control, but the number one way would be to reduce any litter and breeding sites around your home.
All right, so Pat, you said that this program, the tire shredding program, is part of the Center for Disease Control's Zika efforts worldwide. So how exactly does it work? What should people know if they want to participate?
Well, we're working closely with the mayors, and so far we've got some mayors that are more active than others. Each mayor has their own methodology of how to get the tires over. So we recommend that the people either call the mayor directly. Some of them are allowing the residents to go ahead and deliver the tires to the tire shredding company. Of course, identifying themselves, giving them the ID and what village, because they are tracking as far as the allocation is concerned with the village breakdown. So we really encourage for the next couple of weeks that people look around their homes, even their neighbors' homes, of course, ask for permission. But we're really trying to eradicate this, and we're lucky out here in the Pacific that we have a facility that could shred tires, because none of the other islands have that type of opportunity that we do here on Guam. So please take full advantage of this program. It's free, and it's our efforts to reduce and prevent mosquito diseases.
So again, this program ends at the end of June, and so the money expires then. How are mayors doing in putting this money to use?
So far, Dededo, of course, being the most populated village, has made the most use of it. So thank you, Mayor Savares. There's 9 mayors that have not taken advantage of this yet. So we've been working with the Mayor's Council, calling mayors directly. I believe even the vendor themselves have been reaching out to take full advantage of this.
All right, Claire. So, we're talking about Zika. That's been in the news lately. But are there other mosquito-borne, illnesses or things that people should be aware of here in Guam?
Absolutely. The Aedes aegypti mosquito does also transmit, aside from Zika, the dengue virus and also chikungunya. There's also malaria, which is another species, but we're primarily focusing on Zika and the other two mosquito-borne diseases.
Okay, do you know what areas in our region that these might be concerns?
The Aedes aegypti mosquito, or
some of these diseases that you've been mentioning?
I know that earlier Yap had an outbreak in, I believe, 2007, but pretty much the other islands, outlying islands, do have other mosquito-borne diseases.
Yeah. Palau actually has dengue right now.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So they're one of the islands.
Okay, and of course we have a lot of people traveling to and
Yes.
from, so stay aware, stay vigilant, and also take these precautions to help protect you and your family. Anything else you'd like to add before we close out?
Absolutely. Aside from doing the source reduction, which is the one way to reduce mosquitoes on island, is to also protect yourself when you go outside and do outdoor activities. You wear light clothing, loose fitting clothing. When appropriate, you can wear long sleeve and long pants. And also spray DEET. We recommend 20 to 30% DEET and follow the manufacturer's instructions on how to apply it.
Yeah, it is the summertime, so there's a lot of outdoor activities with the kids and whatnot, and you can, if you don't follow those instructions, you can do the old Chamorro way and just slap the mosquitoes.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Well, stay tuned. We'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.